Here we go. Let's go ahead and get them started to the first game here of this match. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So, unlike the previous game, we do not have same pieces going on this game. So we're going to be seeing some variable droughts and variable piece sequences. However, it means we're also going to see how both players are able to endure various situations and how efficient they can score in said situations. To start things off, DMJ sets up a T-piece dependency for a T-spin. Just going ahead and decide to burn it out. And DMJ, nice split double right there. Makes the adjustment. Still needs a couple more pieces, preferably pieces that don't perpetuate this burn. T piece is going to be wonderful. Just need a J or an I piece. And just like that, DMJ is Tetris ready. And there it is, Tetris for DMJ. However, on the flip side, Dog has been able to be incredibly efficient here in this opener. So far, burning only one line. DMJ still having some trouble. It looks like he's already going to swap to rolling. Definitely not the most comfortable situations. Our DMJ is going to be able to effortlessly survive and swaps right back. However, the issue is Dog has just been on an absolute tear here on our first 40 lines. 231,000 for Dog, 95,000 for DMJ. So DMJ just gonna have to kind of do the best that he can to be efficient here throughout the remainder of the pre-transition. He has to capitalize whenever Dog gets into a dig or runs into a drought. And Dog has just been playing just absolutely meticulously, just able to place pieces in such a way that he's never really in danger. And it looks like DMJ is starting to find his rhythm as well. Tetris for DMJ. Dog with a J piece dependency. Actually, really clever burn using the O and the L piece right there. Dog now having to withstand this drought, and this is an opportunity for DMJ. There's one Tetris for DMJ as Dog continuously having to take these small skims. There it is, Tetris for Dog, set up for a Tetris or two. Forced to roll these O pieces all the way over to the left. Going to take a safety double. And just really forced to do all these burns here. Massive O stack to the left. And unfortunately, this is where Dog is going to slow down. However, Dog's able to open up the well, knock down a Tetris. DMJ sets up the T-spin, able to execute. There is Tetris for DMJ. 308 to now 432. Dog has definitely slowed his momentum down a little bit due to that really rough drought and piece sequence. However, the board is in a relatively safe board state. He is going to have to be waiting on some ideal pieces to help burn this down. And didn't go for the adjustment, but instead is able to convert a dirty Tetris and well transfer into a clean Tetris. 485 for Dog, 380 for now DMJ. And DMJ was trying to go for an adjustment of some sorts, but not really able to do so. But Dog also not in an ideal situation either. Is Tetris ready? But is going to get some ideal pieces to help bring the stack back into the scoring position. Just needs to take a couple of burns, but Dog will transition on the next Tetris. Here we go. Dog transitions at 5:39. Very respectable transition. DMJ still has 7 lines to go, but is going to be playing from behind in lines and behind in score. There's one Tetris. DMJ seeing if he can get the last Tetris. Is already swapped to rolling. And there it is. Tetris for DMJ. It's going to transition at 461, but those pieces are not really ideal. So DMJ going to have to do some early burning on 19. Not able to use this not able to utilize this early post transition for too many Tetrises. And it's going to be forced miss an entire level of scoring here for DMJ. Is actually going, no, not going to go for the dirty Tetris. Just going to burn out. Meanwhile, Dog is continuing to extend his lead. Set up for a Tetris and knocks it down. 650 now, 477. Dog, Tetris ready, and knocks down a Tetris. Able to just get that piece over to the left. Trying to avoid setting up a long bar dependency, and was still forced to in the end. But was able to burn it down. But DMJ down by 180,000 points. There's still, you know, a lot of the game left to be played. But something has to happen. DMJ and Dog both knocked down Tetrises. 713 to now 566. DMJ, great stack so far. Dogs with a long bar dependency. Fills it in with a J. Opens up the well. Both players are Tetris ready. Tetris for Dog. And DMJ getting up incredibly high, waiting on the long bar. There it is, Tetris for DMJ. Set up for another one, but so is Dog. 751 to now 627. Still about a level separation, but there's around 130,000 points separating them. So Dog still has a true lead, but it could be a lot closer than what the current numbers relay. 717 now for DMJ. 846 for Dog. Another Tetris for Dog. DMJ at that left side could be a little bit tedious, but gets all the proper pieces. 749 to now 878. Tetris for Dog, and a perfect clear for Dog. 946 to now 780. DMJ holding out for just the right pieces. Gets all the right pieces for the tucks. And now is 812 to now 946. Dog with what seems to be a misdrop. Could try and find a creative way out of it. Nice, goes for the overhang. Able to make the proper placement to be accommodating for the O. Dog is Tetris ready. DMJ down by now only 100,000 points. Tetris for Dog. There it is. Max out. A18. Another Tetris for Dog. A53. DMJ is only 3 Tetrises away. It knocks one down. 950. Another Tetris for Dog goes to level 29 at A90. DMJ can try and grab 3 more Tetrises here before level 29. He's set up for 1. He's going to knock one down. Goes up to 985. Dog now at 1.1 here. DMJ needs that J piece. J piece doesn't come. Comes a little bit too late, so can only convert on 1 Tetris before 29. DMJ is going to transition 29 at A25. Both players are playing here on post 29. Dog is on level 30. Goes to level 31 at B19. DMJ is currently at A35. Dog trying to get potentially get the stack under control to go for a Tetris. Now going to take the triple. Meanwhile, DMJ not really in a position to score a Tetris, just trying to get the board under control. Both players now down at the bottom, and a couple of misdrops from DMJ might prove to be a slightly problematic. Needs to get an ideal piece over there to the left. Long bar dependent in the center of the board. Gets the long bar, but still making some various misdrops. Opens up another long bar dependency. But man, that left side is looking a little bit scary here. Meanwhile, Dog is almost in 1.2 territory. And DMJ not able to do anything. Tops out at 1,063,000. Dog with the 1.2 is good for game number 1. But an excellent game here in game one. Nice double max. You love to see it. There he goes. Dog knocks down another Tetris. Set up for another one. Knocks another one down. 1.3 for Dog. Knocks down another Tetris. Looks like he's going for it. Takes a safety triple. Knocks down another Tetris. 1.4 for Dog. Another Tetris for Dog. Nails the tuck too. And another Tetris for Dog. 1.5. Can we see the rollover? Dog is setting up for another Tetris. Takes a safety double. Holding out for the long bar. Able to get that T-piece all the way over. Oh, that's a little bit tricky. He would like the long bar right now. Long bar needs to come, and it doesn't come, but a 1.545 for Dog. Let's just go ahead and count that, or count this game number 2 down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So, game number 1 went in the favor of Dog, who took it with a pretty convincing 1.55. However, the question is, can he repeat such a strong performance here in game 2? DMJ was able to get a max, but just was not able to do too much on 29. There it is, Tetris for Dog. Just playing with a little bit of fire there, but was able to avoid getting burned. Must have some fire resistant, a fire resistant stack there. Anyways, both players off to not necessarily ideal starts. Definitely Dog not off to the same start that we saw in game 1, where he was just able to comfortably knock down Tetrises. And ooh. Oh my gosh, able to get that piece underneath. Nice double tuck over there for Dog. Knocks down a Tetris, but now has a long bar dependency that gets filled immediately. But this game is a lot more even than what we saw in game number 1, where Dog was able to build up nearly a 200,000 point lead early on. And currently he does have the potential for a lead, but DMJ has been doing a fantastic job of managing the pieces, keeping the stack under control. And that's kind of, you know, where we saw him waver in the first game. But so far, 193,000 for Dog at 45 lines, 140 for DMJ at 44 lines. DMJ gonna go for a couple of interesting delay burn setups. Could try and go, ooh, actually gonna commit for the Tetris. And gets the long bar, gets the well transfer. Very nice. Meanwhile, Dog has just kind of been in his own world, just scoring Tetrises at a pretty consistent rate. 285 for Dog, 191 for DMJ. DMJ keeping it clean and didn't want to go for the tuck. Actually went for the more conservative option. Still able to knock down not just 1 but 2 Tetrises. So trying to stay as close to Dog as possible. But Dog has been able to recover a substantial amount of pace over the past 20 or so line. Wow, what an adjustment over there by Dog. The question is, does it pay off? He needs a J or an I piece in order for that adjustment to have been worth it. And RNG kind of said, you need to wait. It's going to force Dog to fall behind. Or not really fall behind, but he's going to be burning for a couple of pieces, or a couple of lines rather. So DMJ able to close the gap here slightly. DMJ, nice. Hits the Z-spin. Tetris ready. There is another Tetris for DMJ. 355 to now 410. Dog, borderline 600K. He's in that 600K territory. Meanwhile, DMJ looking at a mid to high 500. Or rather, mid to low 500. Of course, this is just the stepping stool for this game. We still got the post transition and then post. Anyways, there it is. Tetris for DMJ. And nice overhang. Very low risk, high reward. And that's what you actually see a lot with a modern classic Tetris players. You see them make these stacking decisions that are inherently low risk, but at the same time, the reward for being able to execute them is massive in terms of overall efficiency. And this has allowed DMJ to actually close the gap, just making a lot of these low risk, high reward placements. But a missed J spin right there. Let's see what DMJ is able to do here. Sets up for the dirty Tetris. Is able to knock it down. Gonna go ahead and try and skim this out. And Dog has actually not been able to score for the past several lines. He's Tetris ready though. He's gonna knock down a Tetris. Ooh, transition here. DMJ transitions at 529. Dog aiming to transition on this next Tetris. Not going to be a 600K. But Dog is going to transition at 584. DMJ knocks down Tetris, goes into level 20. Now 558, but Dog counters. Goes up to 609. Nice adjustment over there for DMJ. He's going to have to try and do his best to play as efficient as he can here on the post transition. We saw what Dog was able to do on 29, and if he is able to replicate that, DMJ needs to close the gap as much as possible. Both players are clean. Dog knocks down the Tetris. DMJ sets up a beautiful delay burn right there with the J. Knocks down a Tetris. Goes for a delayed Corian placement right there. Gets all the right pieces. DMJ is Tetris ready, but so is Dog. Dog knocks down Tetris, but DMJ counters. 640 to now 713. DMJ still trying to keep the deficit the same. Dog forced to set up a delay burn, but slight misdrop for DMJ. But able to make a lot of well-placed placements on these pieces here. Able to only burn one line from said misdrop. DMJ is Tetris ready. Creates a high overhang, and both players knock down Tetris. 698 to now 770. DMJ doing a fantastic job of keeping up with Dog here. All he needs is for Dog to slow down and take advantage. In fact, Dog is slowing down right now. Not able to utilize that eyepiece for Tetris, but he could use the next one. 802 to now 728. DMJ is Tetris ready. Holding out for the long bar. Not going to go for the double, but holds out just long enough for a Tetris. 756 to now 831. Another Tetris for DMJ. Now at 787. Down by just around 80,000 points. But not able to utilize that long bar for a Tetris. Needs to open up the well. Well is open. Dog knocks down another Tetris. Goes up to 7, or not to 7, to 893. And DMJ knocks down Tetris. Goes up to 829. Really having a fantastic post-transition game. Both players are Tetris ready. DMJ holding out for the long bar as Dog knocks down a Tetris. 830 now for DMJ as he's still holding out for this long bar. There it is. Tetris for Dog and DMJ. 861 to now 959. Dog only a Tetris and change away from a max out here. Meanwhile, DMJ still around 3 to 4 Tetrises away. Knocks one down. 926 to now 992. Both players looking to max here in 26. DMJ probably is actually going to max in 27. Dog holding out for the long bar. Knocks down Tetris. 824 now for Dog. DMJ holding out for the long bar. He is Tetris ready. Waiting on the long bar. Forced to burn a double. Forced to go for another two-line burn. Unfortunately, long bars are just coming right as the well is covered. And Dog is now extended the lead to 100,000. But beautiful adjustment right there for DMJ. Allows him the best chance of success. Opens up the well. Can try and get 3 more here on 28. He's set up for 1. RNG is denying him, refuses to give him the long bar. There it is, Tetris for DMJ, A12 to now B62. Another Tetris for DMJ, goes up to A48. So back-to-back max, knocks down another Tetris. Trying to get set up for another one here on 29, but forced to take a triple. Really poor timed S right there, but Dog goes to 29 at 1.2. Knocks down another Tetris, goes up to C69. DMJ down by 200,000 points now. Set up for a Tetris, knocks it down. Now he has to correct the stack to try and get set up for another one, but Dog is not holding back. He is getting Tetris ready, trying to hold out for the right pieces, holding out. He needs the long bar, knocks down a Tetris. Now has to do some stack correction. Now 1.3 for Dog, 1.15 for DMJ. DMJ is getting Tetris ready, throws the eyepiece all the way over to the left, knocks down a Tetris, goes up to 1.19. Meanwhile, Dog has gotten the stack under control. He's aiming to go for another Tetris. Look at all these long bars, but ooh, Dog with a little bit of a hang there. This could be problematic. Dog is going to top it at 1.324. If DMJ can get D25, he can take this game. But that's 124,000 point chase down. Let's see what he's able to do here. He needs to get that piece over to the right, and he's not able to do it. But amazing game over there by DMJ. Bringing down almost a 200,000 point deficit, down to only 124,000. Still, just a great game from both players. Okay, so let's go ahead and get game number 3 counted down. Can DMJ turn things around, or is Dog just too dominant? Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Book metaphor is only for the first game of a set, Miles. Everyone knows this. And ooh, already off to a not so friendly start over here for DMJ. Actually going to be able to resolve it, hopefully, able to resolve it in minimum burns. You know, it's Tetris for DMJ. Dog now off to a similar opener what we saw in game 1. DMJ just having to burn 3 lines early on, so it's not necessarily detrimental. However, really, the story of last game was that even though they were closer on level 18, the gap that Dog was able to generate going into level 19 was just massive. And DMJ did a fantastic job of bringing it down to only 100,000 point deficit. The issue is Dog was not going for any scaling strats. He was trying to fire out Tetrises as soon as level 29 was hit. But so far, both players pretty comfortable here. We're actually relatively even, separated only by 3,000 points, as both players knock down a Tetris. And so far, both players just maintaining just really clean stacks. We're not seeing too many problematic issues. Nice overhang. And at this point, DMJ just needs to continue to try and score Tetrises. Nice line spin over there for Dog. DMJ currently has a small pace disadvantage, very, very small. Where Dog was forced to burn, and so that nullifies that. So DMJ in the lead. This is a true lead as both players knock down a Tetris. 269 to now 281. Currently, we are looking at some double 600k transition paced games. Now, whether or not both players are able to play efficient enough throughout the remainder half of this level 18, that's a different story, as Dog is forced to burn quite a great deal of lines. Dog is actually, man, just really unfortunate timing on some of these pieces. DMJ is in prime position to capitalize, and this is what you have to do. You have to take advantage of these moments, and DMJ is doing so right now, knocking down not 1 but 2 Tetrises, giving DMJ just around a 60,000 point lead. However, Dog is not just gonna kind of lay down and let DMJ just build a lead up on him. He's going to go and set up for these dirty center wall Tetrises. A little bit risky, but it does help equalize the position between you and your opponent if you're able to convert on said Tetrises. Dog now 310, DMJ at 365. Just barely over the ideal threshold for a 600k, but a highly likelihood of a 500k transition. You know, Dog is looking at a high 400 to low 500 with a certain amount of efficiency. Anyways, Dog actually running into a lot of complications. These pieces aren't necessarily the most ideal to have to deal with. But, ooh, nice adjustment right there. Trying to avoid creating any isolated dependencies. And with that, Dog is going to be good. And now we actually have a unique situation here. We have a situation where DMJ is the one that is ahead by 100,000 points. Now, with this advantage in mind, DMJ has to be able to take advantage here on level 19. He cannot let Dog essentially come back. We saw what Dog was capable of 29. If DMJ can somehow maintain the lead throughout majority of the post-transition, there's a high possibility DMJ can turn this thing around. But speaking of things turning around, the game is about to turn up a notch as we are nearing the transition. DMJ committing for this dirty Tetris. And this might not have been the right commitment to make. Forced to do some burning. And DMJ is just going to burn all the way out. DMJ transitions at 544. Dog transitions at 478. But Dog has a clean board. Meanwhile, DMJ forced to do all this burning. Needs to get the right pieces. Another misdrop for DMJ. Goes for a little bit of a spin there. Able to roll that piece over to the left. But with each line that DMJ is not spent, or each burn that DMJ is spent, right? Yeah, each line that DMJ is spent burning is just another line that, or another several lines that Dog is able to kind of capitalize. And right now, Dog has closed the gap. The near 100,000 point lead that DMJ is gone, and now it's turned into a deficit. But look at this survival by DMJ. Oh my gosh, he set up for the dirty Tetris and knocks it down. Going back into the lead. Now Dog actually not with necessarily the cleanest of boards. So this is going to be forcing Dog to have to do some burning. But DMJ still has not gotten the board into a friendly position. Hasn't gotten the board under control. But he's almost there. Just needs a couple more pieces to help burn this down. Unfortunately, RNG is giving him a lot of tricky pieces to deal with. All right, J piece dependency is filled. DMJ almost there. He's set up for a dirty Tetris. Not going to hold out for the long bar. Just going to burn down. Meanwhile, Dog knocks down another Tetris. 657 to now scratch that. 687 to now 612. DMJ still not in position to score clean Tetrises. He's surviving, which this is absolutely phenomenal. But now things have taken a complete 180 and Dog is up by 100,000 points. DMJ has to take advantage. Dog is currently burning right now. There it is. Tetris for DMJ. 658. Dog has a few more lines to burn before he can get into scoring. But DMJ with that misdrop, not friendly. Going to try and go for this tuck underneath. Knock down another Tetris. 722 to now 733. Dog is back in scoring position. And the game is right back again. Here we are. Very close game. Dog is Tetris ready. DMJ knocks down a Tetris. And not sure if that was a misspin or if that was an intentional placement. Either way, Dog is back into the lead. DMJ holding out for the ideal pieces to burn this out. No, not gonna go for the tuck. Would love to get, now goes for the tuck. 831 for Dog, 763 for DMJ. DMJ still being dealt with some very rough pieces here. Not able to really get into a comfortable position to build up for Tetrises. But Dog looking absolutely pristine here. In the middle of a drought, sets up an overhang, just gonna burn down. Dog knocks down a Tetris, can try and grab 2 more. DMJ can try and grab 1 more. Dog goes to 29 at now 9:48. DMJ setting up for the Tetris, and he's going all in, not gonna try and... Oh no! The long bar's not coming for DMJ. What can he do? Long bar finally comes, but I'm not sure if this is down stackable. And DMJ is going to top out at 827. Dog is good for game number 3. And for your round 2, you're going to have a rematch between Dog and Fractal. Just a really suffer post over there for DMJ. Not much that could have been done. But let's go pull up our next 2 players, our final match for tonight.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.